I recently decided that all of my cars should have a tire plug kit just because it's a really good way to save your car on the side of the road, especially in a lot of modern cars where you don't have a spare. Maybe you just have a nail in your tire you got to take out and you can plug it and be along your merry way. I did a video a while back on how to do that. So now I'm going to go ahead and put together a kit that I can leave in my wife's car in the event that we have an issue there. We can plug that tire. She recently popped a tire and she was able to figure out how to do her spare and drive home, but you could also use a plug. In her case, it was such a big hole from whatever the heck hit the sidewall of her tire. She had like a big gash like that. There's no plugging that, obviously, so the only thing you can do is use a spare, but most of the time it's just a nail or something that she'll catch. So in that case, she could use a plug. So what I've got is just an old headphone case. All right. Then I've got this tire plug kit. Besides that, I've got some needle nose pliers. These are so you can poke in there and grab whatever nail or screw is stuck in your tire and yank it out. Right. Beyond that, in order to be fancy, right? Because this is the base. This is exactly what you would need. But if you want to be fully covered, however, you could also add spare valve stem caps, spare valves in case you have a leaky valve, and the valve core tool that you're going to need in order to do that. And finally, tire pressure gauge. Now a lot of cars do have a built-in gauge, tells you what pressure each tire is at. I know my Camaro is that way. Her car literally just gives you a warning, says, hey, tire pressure, and you have to figure out the rest on your own. A lot of cars are actually like that, unfortunately, and even when they do tell you the pressure at each tire, usually it takes a while to change the reading between when you fill it and when it updates on the screen, so you end up either overinflating or underinflating. It's so much easier to just have this here and be able to measure the pressure at each tire as you're going along. So that's what I'm going to be using inside this kit. So let's start putting the kit together. These two can stay inside their boxes. They're not going to take up much space in here. Same thing goes for this guy. This guy doesn't even have a box. This definitely needs to be cut and released. There's no value to having this with me. Alright, got this guy. Go ahead and package it in here. Alright. Valve core tool, there's no value in keeping that in the box either. So I'm going to go ahead, pop that in there. Alright. And finally, let's put the tire plug kit here. Here's your plugs. Here's your reamer for the hole. This is the insertion tool. This is rubber cement. I'm not sure what the point of this is. Maybe you use it on the plugs. I've never done it that way. Usually rubber cement to me is for like gluing a patch on the inside, but let's see. Reinflate tire, remove, coat with rubber cement. Yeah, apparently you can coat the plugs in this rubber cement. Well, it's good to know. I've used these things for years and never done that, and had repairs last for years, but cool. If it adds to it, why not? So we'll put the plugs in here, our new rubber cement, and our two plugging tools. And now with all of that in here, you have a very simple kit. You can just toss in the trunk of your car, and if you get stuck on the side of the road, you can just reach for this, plug the tire, put air in it, and be on your merry way. And that's really the only other additional thing that you should have is an air pump for your car. I have one in every car. I've got one in my wife's car, my Camaro, etc. It's a very good idea. They're not super expensive. You can get one at your local auto parts. You can get one on Amazon, however you prefer. Either way, it's a fairly affordable thing, and I think it's a necessity. You would think that every car would come with it. Camaro actually came with it, but that's because it doesn't come with a spare tire. It comes with a kit for you to plug your tire on the side of the road. Kind of sucks to not have a spare, but all the same, even if you do, it's beneficial to have this because you never know. Maybe you don't need the spare. Maybe you can just pull out a nail really quick, pop a plug in there, put a little air and be on your way, not have to go through the trouble of changing out that whole tire. But either way, that's basically everything that you need in order to do this and kind of self-rescue on the side of the road with regards to getting nails and screws in your tires. If you like this video and you want to see more like it, feel free to like and subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you're notified when I post up a new video. If you have any feedback on how I can improve this, feel free to leave that in the comments. And as always, thank you for watching.